Now, an interesting thing Microsoft chose to do when they introduced LINQ was to create several new C# keywords to allow LINQ statements to be written in a kind of SQL-like syntax. And this syntax is known as the query expression syntax. Now, we won't go into detail on what all of these keywords are, as there's over a dozen of them, and there's already other courses on Pluralsight that will guide you step by step through what each one of them does. But here in this example, you can see several of these keywords, including from, in, group by, into, order by, and select. And the similarities with SQL are obvious, which can lead C# developers to assume that this syntax is somehow tied to using LINQ with databases, or even that LINQ is only applicable when you're working with databases. But neither of these is true. LINQ can work against many different providers. One of these providers is LINQ to Entities, which you'll be familiar with if you've used Entity Framework. And this makes it really easy to write LINQ queries that behind the scenes will get turned into SQL statements thanks to another powerful .NET feature called expression trees. But there's also LINQ to Objects, which basically means that anywhere you have an in-memory collection of objects, whether that be a list of strings or an array of customers, you can apply any of the LINQ extension methods to those objects. And this query expression syntax can be used against any LINQ provider. So if you want to use this SQL-like syntax without a database in sight, then you can. Now, most C# developers tend to pick one syntax and use that almost exclusively, whether that's using this query expression syntax or using the extension methods chained together. But the fact is, both of them have their strengths. And I'll be pointing out later on in this course a number of situations in which the query expression syntax really shines.